Hey guys, this is T4. I'm just starting a new playthrough of Kenshi. I got a bit of a head start here. I've only been playing for roughly about 5 minutes. One cool thing that I can show you guys, you might see here I have 33 toughness at about 5 minutes in. So I'm doing the slaves start. I'm playing as a couple Shek brothers, Torlin and Borlin. Right now you can see that Borlin's stats are pretty low, but he's got some dodge and some toughness. See that Torlin actually has quite a beefy amount of toughness here. And essentially all that I'm doing is I'm just getting beat up over and over. Now, this is one thing that I actually have been wanting to try for a while. Essentially, you can play the slave start and use the slavery to your advantage. So my plan was to basically just have these two, continue to fight, continue to get beat up. Once you get to around 50 toughness, so something to explain about Kenshi. If you look at stats affected right there on toughness, it says minus 21% damage resistance. So right now, even with 33 toughness, Torlin is actually taking 21% increased damage from all sources. Now this number is going to go down, and then eventually I'm going to get damage resistance at around 50, I believe it is. It evens out to 0%. Beyond that, you gain damage resistance. That's no matter what, even if you're wearing no clothing. Once you're at about 100 toughness, you have 65% damage reduction. So I was thinking that rather than trying to bust these guys out real quick, I could just kind of let them train. So you can see Torlin's got a point here in martial arts. Now here at the beginning, we're going to be getting a lot more dodge and a lot more toughness than anything else, because we're not really able to land hits on these guys. If you look at these paladins like this guy, he's got 36 attack, 35 defense. There's not a good chance of me hitting him. But if I do, I'm going to gain probably a whole skill point in martial arts. Once I get to, I believe it's around 10 or so, I'll unlock more techniques. Actually, I think it's only about 5 or 6. I'll unlock a kick, which is actually way better. And then you unlock a little fist palm. So that's kind of the goal. We want to get our toughness up a lot. Our toughness is pretty much our main goal right here. Toughness is huge. If we get a little bit of laboring, that's fine too. We want toughness, we want dodge, and martial arts. Those are the 3 stats that we're going for. We're also able to do some lockpicking. So you see right here, he just woke up. Let's go ahead and unlock those shackles. Orlin's in a recovery coma. For those of you who are new to Kenshi, if someone gets knocked out and they have low enough HP where they're stuck in a recovery coma, you won't be getting up again until all critical body parts have recovered above 0. So like you see his stomach right now is at -1%, or -1. It's going to hit 0 and he's going to wake up. There we go. So there it is. We're going to go ahead and just have both of them pick their locks. One thing about keeping them on like low health like this, for one thing, they're Sheks. They're really beefy. They're not going to die until one of their vitals hits -125, and their limbs are not going to fall off until their limbs hit -125. So I'm not worried about these guys dying or losing limbs here. Ooh, martial arts gets an indoors bonus. I forgot about that. Pretty nice. If you take a look at, let's see, sorry, I got distracted here. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. That's okay. So, oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, so toughness. It says toughness XP rate 3 times. You actually gain experience faster for toughness when you have health bars on the negative. So we actually want injuries in this case. It might seem counterproductive, but in Kenshi, this is just kind of how you do things. Let's go ahead and pick our way out of these cages. fast forward this. So it may not be super exciting to watch, but I thought this would be a fun playthrough. And I'd say probably their ultimate goal, Torlin and Borlin, would be to defeat the Holy Nation. I actually just did that in a different playthrough, but still a fun goal nonetheless. Look at him, he just put shackles back on me. But you see, they're obviously not really paying all that much attention. Okay, so I'm gonna sneak. Whoop. Okay. Fight. Look at that, there's a kick. Just like that, Borland's down, but he gained 2 toughness. Nice. Escape. I actually would love to gain, yeah, there we go. Look at that. I would love to gain XP for, okay, so see, he's playing dead. Now, this is one of the biggest things for gaining toughness. When it says playing dead, it means that there are enemies in your vicinity and your character feels threatened, so they don't want to get up. Right now, they're pretty much undetectable. I mean, slavers will still enslave them, things like that. They just view them as an unconscious body. So they're not going to attack you or anything when you're in a state. Now watch this. So my toughness is at 33. If you look at the bar, it's at 76%. The fastest way to gain toughness is if you're playing dead and you give a movement command or whatever, you make them move and make them do something. You notice it just shot up to 36. That was 3 points instantly. This is one of the best ways to get your toughness up. Now this work, you don't have to be in a slave camp like this for this to work. Fighting hungry bandits or anything else really, if you go into a state where you're playing dead and then you break that, that's going to give you a huge boost. And so that's kind of our goal right now. So all that being said, with everything sort of explained, Torlin's going to get up here. Get off my brother. Wham. Ooh, there's a kick. And he's dead. And he's not dead. Playing dead? Look at this. He's playing dead. Oh, this is what you want right here. 38. Wham wham. Poor guy. It's okay. His skin is becoming hard as rock right now. Unconscious. There we go. I saw he was unconscious for 1 second, so got him up again. Unconscious. There we go. 42. This is a little bit cheesy seeming, but I mean, if you think about it, getting beat over and over is going to probably make you a little tougher. See that 44 toughness. See, and they're just patching me up. Playing dead. There we go. Okay. This time, he's out. So now, we've got 46 toughness. Just a couple minutes ago, we had 33. So that's giving us a negative 4% damage resistance. We are almost to positive damage resistance. This is beautiful. Our dodge is already at 15. You actually gain more dodge experience for getting hit. That's one thing about melee defense and dodge that's kind of counterintuitive. Dodging things successfully doesn't actually give you that much experience, but getting hit does. Alright, see, let's get a nice good save here. Torlin, alright. He's out cold. He's actually going to get up soon, so... Oh, he's in a recovery coma. Okay, yeah, we're fine. If you look at knockout point, or sorry, health KO point, so you look at his knockout point, this is negative 18. Pretty low. So I mean, essentially, if he gets at negative 18, he's gonna be in a recovery coma. If you look at Torlin's, he's got 46 toughness. Kind of absurd how fast he gained it. Let's see, his knockout point is at negative 45. Dramatic difference there. yeah, I mean, honestly, like, this is a pretty good, I mean, I don't know if you necessarily have to know what you're doing with this, but this is a pretty good start. Like, you get free food, right? Tutorial here is they're gonna just be tireless with this. Yeah, sure, labor skills are fine and dandy. And yeah, sure, free labor skills, that's okay. But we're pretty much aiming to get these guys to be combat monks ASAP. Eventually we'll escape, but we want to make good use of this place while we can. So he's got self-preservation. He's down. He's down for the count too. Oh, I moved to a different cage. Huh? You notice though, he's not in a recovery coma. That's the amazing thing. So he's almost out of his recovery coma. Yeah, I mean, they feed you, even if it's not much, you know. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at Brother Borlin. I'm gonna go ahead here. Let's unlock those shackles. Look at that. Torlon right here at the same moment. Wait, does he already have his shackles unlocked? They are. It's pretty funny. Let's, there, here we go. Here's, oh, nope. Couldn't kite, didn't have enough move speed. Nice. Now the one benefit to letting their health go up a little bit is that they won't go unconscious for so long. However, getting that 3 times bonus is pretty nice. You notice he's at 11 toughness now. Let's see how well we can do this here. Look at those dodge moves. Oh, 0, bleeding. 48 toughness. I think he's at, okay, so negative 1%. So I would think it maybe at 49 toughness. That's when you have 0%. Their AI is kind of funny. Okay, here we go. Now he's surrounded. Down. 50. Okay, so it's at 0% damage resistance now. Look at that, just 24 damage now. 52. Look at this guy. 2% damage resistance. Now he's resisting damage. Kind of amazing. 4, 3, 2, 1. 53. 1. 55. Wow, he's a monster. Look at this guy. There we go. Now he's down for the count. Look at this toughness. This man is resisting 7% damage. By the way, toughness also affects your martial arts damage. Toughness and strength. Whereas with weapons, dexterity increases your attack speed and things like that. From what I understand, from what I've heard, the only 2 stats that affect your martial arts are strength and toughness. So one benefit of martial arts is that you never have to worry about losing a weapon you get enslaved, put in a cage, you can fight your way out. Now, I think one of the harder things in this playthrough is going to be to gain martial arts experience, because as you see, we haven't gained any. I think when it's going to start happening is when our toughness gets to a point where we can actually stand and fight and get a few hits out, and hopefully land one or two of them before our character goes down. Brother Torlin is coming along much faster than Portland, but okay, so he's just working right now. One thing you could do is look for a potentially easier target to hit. I'm just kind of see where he walks. So I mean, we're healing up, right? I don't know. These guys just seem to run away when I try to hit them. Plus, Torlin and Portland, they're honorable fellows. They're not trying to fight their kin. And I think I'm gonna attack this guy. Good dodge, good dodge. There's a punch. $56, $57. Look at this, he's holding out so well. But yeah, really the boost in martial arts is when you start getting other moves, because the beginning punch is really bad. I think even in the files it says something like bad punch. He's taking some hits here. Some major hits. Oh, goodness. Well, his toughness is up at 15 now, just from getting hit so many times. So yeah, you look at this, day 2, Torlin's got 58 toughness. He's actually resisting 10% damage. It's kind of crazy in an amazing way. Now, I actually don't know how the whole hunger mechanic thing is going to go. I don't know how they feed slaves. I might just wait for a minute here. If I look, are they feeding the other ones past 120? Well, he's just 138. Well, I mean, Hivers are not a good example. Hivers need less food. Especially Shek. Shek need more food. Yeah, if you're wondering why I picked the Shek, the reason why is because when it comes to late game, Shek. So like if you're talking purely late game potential, these different modifiers like dodge. There's a racial XP bonus of times 0.8, which means they're going to be gaining experience slower in dodge. But that has nothing to do with late game potential. That's just what's going to level faster, right? Late game potential the main things that you need to worry about in terms of just pure combat abilities. There's other things like move speed, weather protection, like weather immunities on different races. But if we're talking from a purely combat perspective, the health bars, oh look at that, it stays at 1, 14, 15. I see, okay. So that's how that works. So it just doesn't go below a certain point. I see, okay. So the Shek have 125 in their health bars, and they can wear all armor slots. Whereas something like a skeleton is good in different ways. It's got 200 in all of its health bars, but it can only use the armor and the pants slot. It can't use the shirt, the head, or the boots. So, you know, it's like damage resistance versus max health. And humans are good in their own way, and I think all the races are good in their own ways. I would say that people should just play what they want to play. Just make sure I didn't load over. I don't know what that is. Cool. Alright. I'm just kind of letting him heal up a little bit. Nice, okay. One thing that would be interesting to level up here is athletics, because they move around already. And they're not carrying anything, so I suppose they'll just level up on their own, which is nice. You only really need like about 30 athletics or so. But you know, it never hurts to have more than that. One thing I really want to get leveled up is stealth. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to click sneak, I'm going to do escape. I'm going to hold shift and I'm going to right click like this. And if you look, let's see, he's gaining, it says 20% XP. So yeah, I mean it is leveling up. Sneak. Is he gaining any? Yeah, he's gaining it at 90%, it says. Now it says 20. I kind of want to figure out where the... Okay. So we detected him. It's pretty brutal. Up against the wall. Yeah, see now it says he's got 90% rate. I think it's because of the people in the cages. Please prevent sneaking. At least hinders it. Look at that, they didn't see me as too much of a ninja. So now, he has 4 martial arts? Okay, he's got 4 in his martial arts, 22 in dodge, and he's got 58 in toughness. He has some strength and some dexterity. At this point, he might be able to land a hit or two before he goes, okay, it's okay. 59 toughness, oh baby. Swinging around. That's a good question, man. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to punch you. That's what he's trying to do. Surprised. You got knocked out. Actually, I don't know how the knockout mechanic works. It probably has something to do with toughness. Yeah, let's get that athletics up a little bit here. Not too interested in laboring though. And honestly, I think Orla needs to get his toughness up. 21, beautiful. 26, nice. He's actually catching up now. That was needed.